Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know what? It's funny how things change in the NFL, because when you looked at our Dallas Cowboys, first 3 games of the season, you said that team's offense sucks. We are still in this funk of the way we ended last year, where Dak Prescott couldn't do anything, where the offense was completely stale. We had Zeke Elliott gone, and it looked like that was going to be our offense going forward, and we were just bad. But what I always tell you guys, and people always say I'm an idiot, I get that, I'm an idiot. I'm a guy that goes around the country with a voodoo doll, so, you know, I'm not paid by ESPN, or I'm not on NFL Network, I'm not a former NFL player or a former coach. I'm just Joe the fan like you, so why take my word for anything? I get that. I understand that completely. But what I always say is, before you get too excited or too upset, wait until October, because teams look a lot different later in the season than they do in the beginning. A lot of teams don't really do much preseason, and therefore that first month of the season is them getting into form. You know, you've got other teams that get injuries and things. You lose a quarterback or you lose an offensive lineman. Then all of a sudden dynamics change. Or sometimes you have a lot of younger players or free agents that get to your team, and it takes a while for them to adjust to the system. And therefore, you see some teams that come out, look like world beaters early in the season, but then they tail off towards the end, and teams that were left for dead will come around. And in the NFL, more than anything else, it's how you're playing at the end of the season, not getting there. You understand? You need to be playing hot when it counts come December. You need to, there's a road here someplace, so hang on for a second, a lot of potholes. You need to be playing well, your best football at the end of the year. Playing your best football in the beginning of the year and you're playing crap at the end of the year just don't work. You'll be one and done in the playoffs. And you can see that the momentum is shifting on the Cowboys. Now, one of the problems the Cowboys have had is third down conversions. You know how many times we've gotten down in the red zone, you know, going like crazy, get to the red zone, and then we can't bust a grape and get a first down. We settle for a field goal. On the season, third down conversions were 21st. 37.93%. Not good. Below the league average. And if you have aspirations of going anywhere in the postseason, you got to convert third downs. Well, here's the amazing thing right now. That 37, that 21st, has actually been increased. We were worse than that 3 weeks ago. In fact, the last 3 weeks, check this out, 48.84%. Almost half the time we're in third downs, whether it's third short or third long, half of the time we're converted. And I believe that ranks 8th over the last 3 games. If you can sustain drives, guys, it leads to more points. It leads to longer drives. It leads to longer time of possession. Things that are a must in December. Things that you have to have when you're playing high-scoring offenses. You've got to go down the field and get touchdowns. You've got to eat up the clock. You've got to play keep away. And that's one of the effects that we have had because of Amari Cooper. I got to be honest with you. Watching him against the Redskins, bringing in 8 of those 9 passes, and some of those catches, those weren't exactly a lot of separations. And I'm going to do some more film study today. It's pouring down rain outside. It's cold. We don't have a game tomorrow and stuff, so I don't have a lot of food to prep and things. So I'm going to go out and get my grocery shopping done today and go in, and I'm going to just spend some time breaking down some film and rewatching the game and looking and seeing what are things that we need to do better. And I hope you guys will check that out. But since Amari Cooper's been there, seeing him catch 8 of 9 passes this past week, how many times do we see catches that, you know, right there, boom, on his hands, that we've seen guys tip it up for an incompletion, or worse yet, an interception? That's real talent. And for me, he has been a difference maker. For us to go from 37 to 48 in third down completions bodes well for this team. And when people say that this offense can't score, I dare say, when you look at this offense, you're going to say I'm crazy here, but Carson Wentz and the Eagles' offense was predicated on the run. They scored a lot of points, and they were able to do a lot of things because they could run the ball well. This year, I think they went from first or second in running the ball last year to I think they're about 25th. And you see the difference in that team. They cannot score like they did because they don't have the running game. I'll go into more about that later on in another video. But I'm telling you, that is the key to be able to run the ball, but also to have a threat deep. And right now, guys, I'm telling you, what we're looking at now, in the course of the next 5 weeks, you're going to see this offense gain more and more confidence. You're going to see this offense score more and more points. And come playoff time, you may not want to play the Dallas Cowboys if they make it. So hopefully this video didn't shake too much for you guys, but you know, I'm out and about and I have thoughts and stuff in my head. I got to get them out. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm going to see you guys later.